This is what we're going to go over first. Is when it comes to this is a great quote that I heard from someone, which was, when everyone's thinking the same thing, and if you go to seminars and you go to all these meetings and they're always talking about systems, upgrades, sales, whatever, that means they're really not thinking. All right, and that's what I got when I was at the Super Show. I just kept seeing the same stuff: sell this, sell that, sell, whatever. And like the guys that I work with, the team that I'm working with, Mr. Freed, John, the executive team at Championsway, we're not even thinking about that. We're actually changing all of our sales processes because they're old and they really don't work as effectively. All right, we have all the scripts are in the library, but that stuff's just not effective. It's not the right way to sell anymore. All right, it's more going to be like a social commerce and selling through the internet, and showing people your brand online, and then just not having high pressure sales, and you don't have to be an expert in rebuttals. That's just the old way of doing it. So you might think that you know sales and you do whatever, okay, but we're really trying to change the way that we think. That's what Master Freed's always working on with me, like changing the way you think. If you're thinking like everybody else, and you think that it's all about sales, upgrades, systems, and all this selling, it's not. So it's changing, it's evolving, and we're helping you guys out with that to show you how it goes. Okay, Dave. This is what you've been hearing me say for a while, but the thing is, you're going to keep hearing me say it. Okay, so when we do these presentations or we talk about it, we're not going to say it once, because it takes you guys everyone takes 9 or 10 times for you to really understand it. We're now in the business of creating and distributing social objects on the internet. That's really what we're in the business of doing. The sooner you understand that, the faster you're going to understand your marketing strategies. Okay, like I said, social objects are blog posts, videos, links. Okay, all the different things, pictures, everything that we could possibly do on the internet. Those are social objects. Custom videos, that are actually of us. Okay, one thing we don't want to do is post up a video of somebody else. That's like really the number one rule against social media is you want to be you. I don't want to get videos of you guys and then have people come to my school thinking they're going to see you guys. That's not what we want. So authenticity, and then also creating and distributing these social objects with a strategy. It's one thing just throwing everything out there. When you're doing that, that's not going to be efficient either. So it's really making sure you do it with a strategy. Okay. I already talked about what a social object is. Like I said, videos, links, pictures, all those different things, blog posts, microblogs. I mean, all those different things that go up in the social media sphere, those are social objects. Okay, JPEGs we put up there, stuff like that. Next slide. Okay, next slide. Okay, so what we're going to go over today is we're going to go over, these are the 5 takeaways that you're going to get. So if you're taking notes or whatever, actually I added a 6th one too. Social media marketing from martial arts schools, we're going to talk about that. Social media etiquette, so for those of you that are just getting started with program director training, you're on that. The difference maker, how to deliver all these objects. Social media domination. The fast track using Championsway, we're going to show you a lot of things that we're doing. And then back to school, we're going to go over the top things you need to do right now for back to school marketing. So, and don't worry guys, if you need, like I said, if you need a copy of this, we'll get you a copy. So if you're taking notes, that's great, but if you need a copy, we'll get it for you. All right, Dave, next slide. So the first one, social media marketing for martial arts schools. Dave? Okay, so I broke it down really simple. You're just getting started, maybe you've been started, you're looking to get started, either of those options. Facebook, Twitter, WordPress, and YouTube. So Facebook is obviously, that's the one where everyone's at. That's no matter what you think, that's where everybody is. Okay, you might hate it. I was talking to someone, a big manager of a chain of martial arts schools, and we were interested. It was really funny. The first thing he said to us was that he's like, I don't use Facebook, and we were really amazed by that, because that's just not good. He's supposed to be the marketing director of the company, so not good, because that's where everybody is. So whether or not you like it, that really doesn't matter. It's about that's where everybody is. Everybody's engaging, everybody's talking, everybody's there. Twitter is a little bit more difficult. We're going to talk more about Twitter and how you can utilize that. YouTube is great. I mean, it's just simple. Like, put your videos up there and use it. And then WordPress. That's the application I use for blogs. That's what I recommend using. And there's a lot of them out there, but I prefer WordPress. So, all right, Dave. So this right here, okay, we're just trying to show you that we're really trying to just guide you and save you time on research and wasting time. These are all the different social media platforms, because once you start talking about social media with somebody, anybody, next thing you know, like, they're going to try to either impress you or talk, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, well, have you heard of Pandora? Have you heard of this? Have you heard of that? Like, the thing is, we're breaking it down. You don't need to worry about all these. Okay, because half of them probably won't even work. Half of them will not even be around in a year. There's so many that come and go. So this is like a whole bunch of different networks and things that people have used, but you don't need to know all of them. Stick to the basics. Get good on Facebook. Get really good on Facebook. Get good on Twitter. Get good with your blogs, and you'll be okay. And YouTube. If you stick with them, you'll be good for a while, at least for right now. All right, Dave. Like I said, don't get lost in the social media sphere. If you're looking and you're getting involved in too many things, you're going to get lost. You're not going to make a type of strategy. So keep it simple. All right, dude. So what I had here was, this is supposed to be your website. So your website, okay, is in the middle of all these different networks: Facebook, Twitter, WordPress, YouTube. And what you want to do is, what we're working on is creating landing pages. That instead of going to our website, because all of your websites are static, okay, meaning that when they go there might be like a registration form they have to find. It's either on the margin or click here for more information or something like that. That's great, but like really, it's not really as effective as it should be. The whole purpose, it should be, the content on social media should be easily shared. Okay, so when people are going, they can share with others, or if they find something and they're interested, it should make it really simple for them to find the best way to sign up or to register at your school. So by having a landing page with a specific call to action with your marketing, that's the most effective way. So, and that's attached to your website. That's attached to your website. So you mix in all this content, all this social media, blogs, videos, everything, and then from time to time, you put out the link that says, if you're interested in registering for a back-to-school special, click here. And then it goes right to name, address, phone number. That is also that contact goes right into Perfect Mind. Okay, right into Perfect Mind. All right, that's the biggest key is when you don't really have a good strategy and it's really unorganized and then you can't manage what's working, then you stop using it. So these landing pages, these information sheets that we have online, go right into your Perfect Mind account, and then from there you're able to see like what's really working. So you want to mix them in periodically, so that way everything goes back to your website. Okay, next slide. Like I said, all the social networks drive traffic to your website. Okay, we set up links on the other ones, like the blogs and everything. We're trying to get them to go back to the website. If we have a nice landing page or some type of squeeze page, it's called. That's what we want to have. All right, Dave. Is your website social, and do you have a landing page? What I mean by if your website is social, that means can people engage in conversations? Can you respond directly to somebody, or do you have to get an email? Okay, most of us are not social. That's why we have the web social from Championsway. All right, we're going to show you that later. You're going to see it. Okay, it's really simple. Really simple. You don't need to have any internet experience. As long as you get on Perfect Mind and you enter information, you'll be fine with using the web social. It has a blog. It has a blog attached to it, so you can make blog posts for your students. It has shout-outs. It has which is like if someone's doing a great job, your students can know. You can add curriculum, and you can also book appointments right from the web social. So this is all attached to your website, giving you your website a social functionality. So if you don't have that, like I said, you could be doing all this stuff on Facebook or whatever, but if you're not making it social on your website, you're really missing what your website should be doing.